Hello, 恭喜发财, Happy New Year. Welcome to the episode 2 of AskJC. AskJC is a Q&A channel that allows you to ask anything on topics from Feng Shui, Folklore, Superstition, BaZi, I Ching, face reading to Western Horoscopes and Astrology. So actually every 1 to 2 weeks we will reply some questions from what you have asked and answer them via a video. Okay, so usually people who want to drop us some questions, they will go to a link, and this link will lead you to a Google form. Okay, so you just need to fill in your email address, tell us who you are, and just write down your questions. And within the 1 to 2 weeks, I will personally answer them via a video. Later on, I will show you the link. All right. So every week, every 1 to 2 weeks, in fact, I will select 5 so-called interesting questions, all right, from the audience, and will reply them via this mode. Okay, so question 1 for this week is Miss Megawati asks, how to prevent bad star which falls in the north sector or north section? As my house facing is north and I started to have many illness. This is basically copy and paste from the question that she has put in. So just to put things in perspective, in 2018, the star number 5, which is actually a star that represents calamities, illness, misfortune, actually fly to the north sector, and this is according to the flying star system. All right. So basically, there are 2 parts to it. How to prevent bad star? You can't prevent because all the star basically they rotate. Okay, they rotate on a yearly basis. So unfortunately, okay, this star number 5, which is not a good star, has come to your north sector. So I presume that your main door is also open in your north sector. Okay, I presume. All right, and hence you get into all this kind of sickness. Well, the next question is, as my house is facing north and you start to get many illnesses, would you also mind just check where you are sleeping? That means your bedroom and your bed, is it also in the north or sometimes in the west? Because this year, star number 2 has flown to the west sector, and star number 2 is actually a lunar star. All right, so if you happen to have your main door in the north sector and you happen to be sleeping and have your bedroom or your bed in the west sector of the house, then of course the probability of you falling sick is very, very high. Okay, but I cannot just prescribe a solution like this without having a holistic assessment of your house. You may wish to engage, I mean, if you are not staying in Singapore, if let's say you're from overseas, you may wish to check out if there's any Feng Shui master that you could engage to have an assessment of your house. Otherwise, if you are staying in Singapore, you may wish to engage us to help you find out what actually went wrong and hopefully to find a solution to this. All right. Question number 2 from Linda. Linda was asking, can I just put a bakwa mirror? I believe it's a mirror, bakwa, okay, in the main front door, okay, so as to improve the house feng shui. Okay. Actually, my answer to this is no. It is not so straightforward. And in fact, to improve house feng shui, just by hanging a bakwa like this, in fact, does not really help. Because, let me go to the next slide. Because you see, for us, I mean, since hundreds years until now, you know, feng shui is not exactly about putting items to begin with, all right? But I'm not saying that putting item will not help. But again, the item has to be blessed, hopefully by a Taoist or by a professional person, you know, to do the blessing so that it can carry certain energy. Otherwise, if you buy the bakwa just off the rack from any shop, It is not going to work like that. And in fact, let me just put things in perspective. For Feng Shui to be effective, to boost your luck further, usually we look at three main things that affect your house Feng Shui. Okay, simply put, all right? First thing first, we look at the main door location. What kind of energy are you receiving there? Because every house actually has its own flying star chart, all right, based on the facing direction of your house, plus based on uh, the period number. Period number means at which point in time your house is, constructed and you move in certain years, right? So with these two information, the house facing plus so-called the move-in date of your house, all right, you plot the flying star chart and you check where the main door is located. Is it at a good flying star sector? Okay. Is your stove at a good flying star sector? Likewise for your bed. Okay. But not only that, of course, we also look at external forms, external landform, as well as the internal landform, so that you do not get involved with any 煞气. So 煞气 can be war knife. War knife means having the edge of the opposite building cutting you, for example. All right, or a simple or a more common 煞气 that is more well known is basically like T junction, okay, or staying near substation. All right, so this is not very good. Okay, so if you want to enhance your house feng shui, you need to actually look at it from a holistic approach. All right. Question number 3 is a question that is quite interesting. So Vishal says that, hello, Sifu. I have a question related to stove placement. Many masters say do not put stove in the west or northwest location, as you know this sector, according to the study of Feng Shui, west and northwest belongs to metal element. And if you put stove, which is a fire element, you have a countering relationship. That means if you're going to put stove, it is like the fire burning the metal. And so-called in the classic, there's a saying, northwest sector belongs to the heaven gate. It's like the gateway, the passage to heaven. And it is inauspicious if you're going to put your kitchen or your stove onto the northwest sector of your house. And this will violate and constitute this so-called negative formation known as heavenly gate burning, the other way around, fire burning the heavenly gate. Okay, how true it is, let me just address this question, all right? Well, of course, this is one of the frequently asked questions that I receive. It is rumored that it is bad feng shui basically to have kitchen or stove in the northwest. You know why right now, okay? Because northwest, again, just to recap, is qian metal, represents heaven, okay, in the study of 八卦. And when heaven is counted by fire, it is bad, okay? How bad it is? Okay, some people say that it can, of course, cause losses, monetary losses, health problem. Okay, these are the two major issues. Nevertheless, let me come in from a more technical perspective just to answer Mr. Vishal's question. You see, this negative formation or saying of fire burning heavenly gate actually comes from the later heaven trigram arrangement or interpretation. Let me just throw you back a question, a technical question. In early heaven trigram arrangement, the northwest is actually occupied by earth, earth. So in this case, why can't we say that it is fire producing the earth, and therefore having a stove in the northwest is good? You get what I mean? You see, let me just show you this trigram arrangement. What we commonly know is this one on the right hand side. LH means later heaven arrangement. And in the northwest sector, you have a qian trigram. Okay, qian is metal. Nevertheless, if you look at the early heaven trigram arrangement, the northwest sector contains the Geng trigram, which is an earth element. Okay, so if you ask me, is this true or not true? I would say, of course, this is not true. All right. In the study of flying star, the interpretation of fire burning heavenly gate is talking about so-called interaction between star number 6 and star number 9. Okay, so I don't want to get too technical here, but if you are interested, of course, you should take up a flying star course. Okay, and you will know that it is not actually talking about this. Question number 4 from Mr. Dixon. I read that Northeast in the yearly Qimen Dunjia chart is a wealth sector. On the other hand, Southeast carries the annual 2018 XK means Shen Kong stars wealth sector. So let me just show you. Okay, so Dixon says that Northeast, according to yearly Qimen Dunjia chart, but you see the problem here is that different master, different lineages, they have different so-called Qimen Dunjia yearly chart. The way of flying the Qimen Dunjia components varies from school to school. Okay, and ours belong to the Sanyuan Qimen Dunjia lineage from Taiwan. Okay, so our way of flying the stars, the Qimen Dunjia components can be very different from, let's say, the Cai Bu Fa. Okay, and we belong to the flying so-called Qimen Dunjia school. All right, whereas there's also this way of plotting the Qimen Dunjia chart in a rotating manner. Okay, so ours is a flying school. All right, flying palace school. Okay, so therefore I can't really answer this question when you say that Qimen Dunjia, the wealth sector is in the northeast, because to me, in our school, our charts, the northeast does not carry any wealth so-called element there. Okay, and yes, southeast, there's a number 8 there, and so this is money star in the study of Shen Kong flying star. Your next question, in the Qimen Dunjia system, a golden money tree is placed there. Okay, just to put things again in perspective, this system can be unique to certain Qimen Dunjia school only, because for us, we don't believe in putting a golden money tree there. Although maybe from the perspective of, maybe from the angle of crystal, putting a money tree there, especially money tree with citrine, probably can attract wealth. Or this is what I understand from my friends who practice crystals. Okay, and you say that this, by placing this money tree there, I believe you're talking about placing it at the northeast, will only reinforce the three-wood argument star. Why? Why does it reinforce that? I'm not too sure. Because basically, are you saying that money tree is wood, and therefore wood see wood, it reinforces the number 3 there. But of course, if this is just a plastic ornament, then it's not going to carry any effect. Okay, so to me is that you can put all this kind of ornament anywhere you like. Okay, no issues. Question 5. Very nice question. Weekdays, okay, I stay with the in-laws. Weekend, I stay at my own house. So which home should I look at the Feng Shui? All right, of course, if you spend most of the time at your in-law place, definitely the Feng Shui there will affect you more. So this is probably like 5/7, you know, in terms of the percentage. Okay, whereas over the weekend, because it belongs to you, this house definitely will resonate with you, will have certain affinity with you. So this house will also carry some impact on you, although it may not be as much as your in-law house. All right. So hope I answer your question. But of course, if you want to enhance your Feng Shui to make yourself better, enhance your own luck, you probably can look into your in-law house more. Okay, reason of course because you spend more time there. All right, so I hope I have answered your questions. Okay, so thank you for listening. If you are interested, just go to the link below to post your question. Of course, I'm going to put this link onto the so-called YouTube comments box there. All right, or I'm also going to put this onto my so-called because I'm going to post this video on my Facebook page. So you can also click there to post your question. Okay, and a bit of a so-called announcement. We are going to run our Urban City Yang House Feng Shui program in Singapore from 23rd of March to 25th of March. So within this so-called 3-day program, you are going to learn, besides the entire set of flying star knowledge, okay, the formulas, I'm also going to teach you the so-called naked eyes feng shui system so that you combine the formula with the immediate landform. And on the last day, well, you can of course volunteer your own house, office, okay, for us, for the students to basically perform and simulate our role as a feng shui master. Okay, you can volunteer a house if you want to. If not, of course, we have already so-called few houses that we have already arranged for you guys to to visit, to do a real case study, and I'm going to bring you out. The last round where we went to, we actually went to Orchard Road, and then we'll tell you based on naked eyes which building is good, which complex is making money, why, for example, H&M is doing well, why Robinson is not doing that well, that kind of thing. In fact, we also visited SMRT HQ, we visited so-called SCDF HQ to find out why certain things trigger during that year and causes like things like MRT breakdown, scandal in SCDF, and also NKF. Yes, we went to that place. All right. So if you are keen, to learn a very authentic system of feng shui, okay, do contact us. All right. Our email is as such: academy@destinyasia.com.sg. Email me or Mr. Lester, my program manager. All right. So you can visit us on our website, masterfengshui.com, or please come and visit us at my fan page. Just search for Master Jo Ching. All right. So with this, I thank you for your attention, and I hope to receive more questions from you guys in the future. Thank you so much, and 恭喜发财 again.